your corrected versions on page 11 of the general fund shows that change where it's all on one line. Yeah.
You take out the part-time employee in the, that we talked about in the extra section.
I believe it's out in here. No, it is not. It isn't. I caught that after when I talked.
Okay. It is in there.
Right. Okay.
No, you're talking about that,
Part-time
codes enforcement inspector,
yes.
part-time.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Do we have any positions on here that does not have a person in that position serving right now?
No.
So we don't have.
Wait,
Well,
yes.
yeah, we do.
Which one?
Okay.
Yes.
Sports authority,
You got one at the sports authority.
you got
and
15
the,
part-time
chief
employees,
building
and I'll
inspector.
he's got 15.
Well, you said part-time. You mean
No.
part-time?
Do we have
Full-time.
any position on this piece of paper right here where it's a position, but there's no one in that position?
Do it?
They used to have 4 or 5 of them in
There are two.
there, and nobody was serving in there, and that was.
Which
It's a position that we would anticipate Johnny Ray going into at the sports authority. And it is the
Yes.
position in codes enforcement as the
That's correct.
chief codes inspector.
That's correct. But I can count those two because
That's for next year.
Yeah, in the current year budget, there are none.
Yes, there are two.
that's what I
What
thought
do
you
you mean
meant.
next year?
What? There are two this year.
What do you mean next year?
There are two this year. We're talking about 10 and 11.
10 and
Fiscal
11.
year 11. There are two positions that are not filled. The
In
building
this year's budget,
Yes.
Which two are there?
Building inspector.
Need one of those.
You got one of these?
Which these,
Both of
Yeah,
them actually.
personnel.
Personnel one, that you would pass that
that's
around.
going to be done in next year. Bruce.
Pardon?
That's going to
11,
be
12.
filled next year.
He asked if there are two positions this year that are not filled.
Is there any
There
yet?
are two positions
Talking about
this
the
year
budget that
are
we're
in
looking at for
budget.
right now for 11-12, are there any positions on here that are not filled that are going to be filled?
For 11 and 12.
There are 2 positions on here
11,
that are
12.
budgeted for.
Yes,
And that's the codes
yes.
inspector.
one of those
and Johnny
positions
Ray.
goes away.
One goes away. Johnny Ray over there at the ball
No,
field
that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
next year.
Now, in the current year budget, there are 2 positions, both in codes enforcement, that are vacant. One of those positions is not rebudgeted next year. The other one is the chief building inspector, and that is rebudgeted next year.
Correct. And that's it.
Yes.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Kind of, sort of, but let me tell you what I was really trying to get at. Years ago, several years ago, just a couple of years ago, we used to have guys that were on, that we had budgeted, their position was never going to be filled. It was an extra way of adding extra money to a budget without.
Not my rank. Okay.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
but not my rank. Okay.
All right.
No,
That was
we
a-
do not have any of those.
That's how you create lapse money.
That was previous.
Right.
Is that how the last one?
That's how you got a lot, several, yeah. And
That's how you get big lapse money.
yes. Now, another thing,
Yes, sir.
and I've had this thrown out at me, I would like to see us determine what is a hiring freeze. I have been hearing we are in a hiring freeze for several years. We're not going to hire any new people.
That's the reason we're 12 less.
Okay, but, well, we have some new positions that we didn't have just a couple of years ago.
Which?
Well, the one that we don't have anymore, which was the stormwater, and one that we have, which is the marketing position.
We had
Marketing
it.
personnel.
We had it.
Well, that was never a position.
Yeah, it
We
was.
had money for marketing, but we didn't have a position.
You had a position at the Civic Center, and that's what Todd was hired for and never used for. That's what his title was, marketing. Is that correct,
Well,
Todd?
I was originally that position, and in every other Parks and Recreation Department nationwide, there's a programs manager. When they went from Laura Dykehouse to Nika Anderson, they added the marketing to the programs manager job and made it 2 jobs and changed and raised the level of the job. And then when it went from marketing and programs there, then I moved up to director and they took the marketing job to over here. So we lost a position. That was one of the 4 that we lost at that time. That's why we don't have any empty positions in our department, because we used to have 8 and now we have 5 plus Mr. Gill. But that position moved over here. So we're still even with that, we would still be 1 more short from what we had before.
Let me make it easy for you, Don. These 176 full-time employees are all filled, okay? And there will not be any added to it at all unless it comes back to this board to have the budget amended. There will be no new personnel. Okay. This 176 is all we got. Keith, you came in late. Last month when we were looking at the number of employees on that 181, 103 and all that stuff, I didn't bring it up to say anything, but I was really confused because I knew we'd been cutting down over the last 2 years. Okay, the aldermen had been added in on that, and they weren't supposed to be. So if you look at the back part of your sheet there that Bruce gave you, we are 12 people less today than we were January 1st when my administration was sworn in. So we are less people, and we're not creating positions. And this year we are adding 1 in the sports department, correct? And that's it. Now, I'm not correct, tell me.
You're actually down 2 positions from the current budget.
Right.
So
Well, we are
number of positions were down 2 from the current year into going into next year. Net 2 decrease.
That's what said to me last time. I said, this can't be right. How are we showing all this gain when nothing's come to me to hire anybody or create anything?
That's good. I'm trying to get that clarified.
Yeah. Let me tell you something that's bothered me since I've been an alderman, which isn't a very long time, by the way, as you know. 2.5 years. Y'all put it with me for 2.5 years. Okay? Last year, year before last, we gave you a balanced budget. Last year, we got a balanced budget. During the year, we're spending money, and we as a board of aldermen don't really have a good visibility over it. Then all of a sudden, we come in and we're $350,000 as a whole. It's like if I give my wife a checkbook and say, you manage the checkbook, and I'll ask you every month, do we have money? And she wants to go buy something for the dog. So, well, Claudia, you got money? She said, oh, yeah, I got money. But she's telling me that she got money without going into my savings account. Now, what I'm hearing is when we ask...
He's going to explain that.
Okay, let me finish though. When we're asking John or Bruce, do we have money? You're saying, well, it's budgeted, but we're going to have to dip into our savings to get the money. What I would like to see is some controls over there, where if you're going to have to dip into the savings or dip into our reserve fund, we know about it.
You do know about it, and I can't do it, and he's going to explain why. The only reason we're showing in the red this year is because we ain't got our money from FEMA that they owe us.
Well, I mean, I understand.
No, but once they pay us that money, we're going to be in the black.
So we're going to take that money and put it...
No. We spent a lot of our money out of different stuff to pay a lot of bills. And that money, is that halfway correct?
If we get enough money from FEMA, and I can't tell you when or what we will get for sure, but potentially that could wipe out all of your deficit this year, yes. But I can't say definitively yes or no.
Well, we had this same conversation last year is what I'm getting at. We went over last year. We went over the year before. And all I'm saying is one of the things when I moved to Milton, the people that I talked to were proud of is that we were in very good financial shape as a city. You guys on the Board of Aldermen and the mayors have done a great job keeping us in good shape. I want us to stay that way. During my tenure or for how long I'm an alderman, whatever. And I want us to continue doing that. And what bothers me is we don't know. I didn't know that we were going to be $350,000 regardless of whether FEMA's going to be paying us or not. So we were going to be all I'm asking